Right now on Good Morning Northwest, an in-depth look at the damage caused by a small kitchen fire in Kennewick that left 24 people without a home. But first, a backyard brush fire in Pasco. What Pasco fire officials are reminding the public to do in order to avoid this from happening. And get ready for a short heat wave. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Well, good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Riley Fitzgerald. It's 5 o'clock on Tuesday, April 2nd. So let's check in right away on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. So Tiffany, we hit 80 degrees in our region. Will we hit 80 degrees in our region, and will we break any records today?
It's going to be very close, Riley. We were in the 70s yesterday. Today, we could hit 80 in several locations, so some spots will be close to those record highs. We'll call it near record warmth expected on your Tuesday. Temperatures this morning into the 40s. We're at 44 Tri-Cities, 49 Walla Walla, 42 in Dayton, 49 Connell, and 41 in Yakima. So not quite as chilly as the past couple of mornings as we've been in the 30s. We do have a few clouds floating on through the area this morning. Those are those mid and high level clouds. Not a lot going on today across the Pacific Northwest. Here's the forecast. We will start off in the 40s this morning, rising into the upper 60s for Yakima by lunchtime, 80 for your high temperature, feeling more like summertime, 71 in Tri-Cities by noon, 80 for your high temperature, and Walla Walla will finally make it into the 70s after topping out in the 60s yesterday. But our next cold front moves through overnight and early tomorrow. That's going to cause a big temperature drop, and rain chances will be on the rise. We'll talk all about that and let you know how low those temperatures go coming up in a couple of minutes. Riley, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. I'm excited for those warm temperatures today. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office is investigating a suspected fatal drunk driving crash that involved at least one driver from Pasco. The crash happened Sunday night around 8 o'clock on SR 150. Authorities say 23-year-old Mateo Villa Morales was driving too fast, lost control of his car after hitting a curve in the road and hit another vehicle head-on. That vehicle's driver was from Pasco. That driver and their 4 passengers were taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. Villa Morales was taken to the hospital for critical injuries. His passenger, 32-year-old Jose Morales Rosas, died at the scene. Villa Morales is being investigated for DUI, vehicular homicide, and vehicular assault. Yesterday, Pasco firefighters were called to a home on West Opal Street to handle a backyard brush fire. Pasco fire officials say they're still working to figure out what started the fire, but it looks like it happened near the property line between 2 houses and burned through some bushes and debris. It's a good reminder this is the time of year to get your yard cleaned up because dead grass and leaves could be the perfect fuel for a fire that then spreads to fences and even buildings. In continuing coverage, we're getting an inside look at the damage caused by a small kitchen fire in Kennewick. The blaze broke out this past Friday and it left 24 people without their homes. But for most, fire damage isn't the problem, it's the water.
So I'm surprised it didn't flood. You know, you have to have beds. Yeah, until my room, the whole carpet was soaked in wet.
That sound.
And then if we come, sorry, there's a lot of fans in here because of the smell.
Is becoming the new norm for this Kennewick family.
Talk about what it was like getting the dog.
It was weird because they kept running from me. So I'm just like, we gotta go, we gotta leave, and they just kept running, and it was hard chasing them around to know like what's happening.
The Kennewick Fire Department responded to the call on the 4th floor of the Kent Manor Apartments Friday afternoon. It happened just before 3 p.m. on the 1000 block of West 5th Avenue after fire alarms alerted residents to a small kitchen fire. When crews arrived, the blaze had already been put out by the sprinkler system installed at the complex.
I'm over here just like, okay, I gotta leave. So I ran out of the house with no shoes on, like barefooted, have one dog in my hand, the other one on its leash, and all you see is everybody just running out and everyone's over here checking on me. They're like, are you home by yourself? And I'm like, well, yeah, like I don't know what to do. Is this fake?
Luckily, nobody was hurt, but a total of 24 residents were displaced. So the Red Cross of Eastern Washington is doing what they can to help.
In this case, we did not set up a shelter.
Okay.
These individuals were provided financial assistance from the Red Cross, which they then used to secure lodging for the evening.
And as for the Orozco family, who's now drying off, they are counting their blessings.
It could have been worse. Thank God it wasn't, because we would have lost basically everything from our place, and we didn't really want that to happen, especially since we have babies.
Many of those affected by the fire have now set up an impact crowdfunding page, including the Orozco family. You can find that information at applevalleynewsnow.com. Last night in Pasco, the City Council discussed the Downtown Pasco Development Authority at its regularly scheduled meeting. The council is moving to approve resolution number 4440, finding a date and place for a public hearing on the dissolution of the Downtown Pasco Development Authority. The mayor and council says this step aligns with guidelines for disbanding public entities, highlighting Pasco's dedication to active community participation and transparent governance. Apple Valley News Now spoke with City Councilman Leo Perales, who says on April 15th, a public hearing will allow for the public's input in making the final decision regarding the future of the downtown development group, who's been accused of embezzlement.
April 15th will be the hearing date, and then probably a subsequent vote afterwards, and I believe it's going to be pretty unanimous. I'd be surprised if there's any holdouts. I think we're just ready to turn the page, and looking forward to putting on some good festivals with the people we have in Parks and Rec and the rest of the city staff. We're just looking to kind of move on and start fresh.
Back in 2015, Pasco police arrested Michael Goines, the executive director of the Downtown Pasco Development Authority. The 36-year-old allegedly embezzled money over a long period of time. The Kennewick Police Department and Benton County Sheriff's Office is warning people that the agencies have been receiving scam complaints. Scammers posing as law enforcement officials have requested money to resolve an urgent matter and threatening arrest if the matter isn't resolved. According to KPD, the phone number even rings to a Benton County Sheriff's Office phone tree. Police say law enforcement will never call you to demand money to resolve a legal issue. They warn not to provide any cash, credit card information, or gift cards to any caller requesting money and to report it to the real authorities. The Ironman 70.3 is coming to the Tri-Cities later this year, and they're looking for volunteers. The event is happening on September 22nd this year, and people can sign up individually or as a group for volunteer opportunities. Visit Tri-Cities posted a link to the application on Facebook where you can see all of the different available volunteer positions that are open. The Blue Mountain Humane Society in Walla Walla is getting a $10,000 grant from the nonprofit Petco Love. Petco Love has put more than $15 million into investing local organizations in commitment to create a future where no pet is unnecessarily euthanized, according to Petco Love. The Blue Mountain Humane Society is a no-kill shelter with a higher than 90% save rate. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, the amount of money analysts say you should be making to afford a home. The number could shock you, and that's next in today's Consumer Watch.
Six o'clock, bogey.
Did you say burger? Because I could go for a burger.
I'm not talking about burger.
Roger that. Fire now.
Need burger? Get burger! Spicy Western Bacon Cheeseburger, only at Carl's Jr.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus in Kennewick now accepting new patients for primary care. We offer patient-specific solutions for physical, mental, and emotional health concerns. You'll receive quality one-on-one time with our medical professionals and experienced support team. Begin your new health plan with today's best technologies and facilities for the whole family. Play hard, live well at the PC. Call us at 509-783-5465 today.
2 victims, gunshot wounds.
Oh,
There's no immediate family.
What about Anna coming home with us?
I don't see why not. We need diapers,
Toys.
baby wipes.
Definitely toys.
The Rookie, all new tonight on ABC.
I've been with U.S. Cellular for years now, and I think I'm their biggest fan. So they asked me to tell you about their special customer event, Us Days. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers, like up to $1,200 to upgrade to any new phone. So I said, if I'm going to be on TV, do you think I can get hair and makeup? And I even got a manicure, too.
Introducing Us Days at U.S. Cellular. Exclusive offers just for our customers. Get up to $1,200 to upgrade to any new phone.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel. Right now, save $50 on select Steel battery trimmers. Real Steel. Find yours.
Affordable? Yeah, we got that. Stylish? Got that covered too. Quality? You can bet on it. At Furniture Row, we stock furniture that is value priced, built to last, and looks fabulous. And during the spring into savings sale, find huge discounts throughout the store, like the Reno sofa for only $497, the Espresso Dining Group at only $498, the Glenwood Bedroom Group now just $1578, and save $100 on any Buena Vista mattress, plus 4 years no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices, guaranteed. The spring into savings sale on now at Furniture Row.
Does your phone have the Apple Valley News Now app? With top local stories, first alert weather, and an easy way to enter our contests. Make Apple Valley News Now your go-to information app. Search and download on the App Store or Google Play.
Oh boy, look at that Carl's Jr. burger. Bacon, jalapenos, beef, cheese, bacon, beef. $5 on the app? What? Another burger. Lettuce, cheese, melty, delicious pickle. You gotta be kidding. Barbecue sauce, strip, crunchy onion rings. $5? I'm burger rich. Need burger? Get burger.
Fly the Northwest over a state fish hatchery. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Welcome back. In consumer news, finding an affordable home to buy has become more and more difficult in recent years. There's not enough supply to meet demand, and mortgage rates are high. Jen Sullivan breaks down the numbers in today's Consumer Watch.
Some dismal news for homebuyers in the U.S. A recent analysis by Bankrate.com found that in 22 states and Washington, D.C., purchasers need to make a six-figure salary to afford a typical home. Bankrate calculated that buyers would need to earn $110,871 a year to afford the median home price, which was just over $400,000 in January, according to Redfin. Bankrate found that people in the West and the Northeast will need the most income, while buyers in the South and the Midwest will need the least income. Of course, defining affordability is challenging. Other factors matter too, like savings and debt. And experts say wages haven't kept pace with the rising cost of homeownership.
We had a substantial price increase in the past 3 years, about 30-40% price gain in many parts of the country, way outpacing people's income growth, and that is not a healthy development.
When it comes to home buying, Lawrence Yoon recommends figuring out a budget and sticking to it. And when it comes to housing costs, he recommends this.
About 1/3 of people's gross income should be dedicated for housing costs.
For today's Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
In the state of Washington, Bankrate found the average household income would have to be nearly $157,000. In Oregon, it's nearly $130,000. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the last remaining survivor of the USS Arizona has died. We take a look at the hero's life and what he did to make sure people never forgot the day of infamy. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your first alert full weather forecast. We'll be right back.
It's the spring into savings sale at Furniture Row, and that means huge discounts throughout the store. Save on sofas and sectionals, dining groups, bedrooms, and more. Plus 4 years no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices, guaranteed. The spring into savings sale on now at Furniture Row.
The savings continue with BuyMart's latest savings book. Find it online or pick up a copy in store. Save more store-wide on everything you need for spring and more at BuyMart. Northwest employee-owned for 20 years.
A semi-truck accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
If you've been hit by a large commercial vehicle, call Tamaki Law. Semi-truck insurance companies have the resources to deny any claim. That's why you need the experienced team at Tamaki Law to fight for the justice you deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
If your family is anything like this, you need quality floors from Empire today. Like durable carpet with built-in stain and pet protection. Tough wood laminate with a scratch-resistant finish. Or waterproof vinyl plank floors. Even bath time is no match. And when life happens, Empire backs every floor with great warranties. Quality floors you can count on.
Save $350 on your next project. Call this special number now.
1-844-254-8536.
Weather-wise, it's been kind of a strange winter with lots of clouds and more rain than usual. Now it's springtime and we're all looking forward to some great northwest weather. But a pop-up rain shower or blowing dust can change your plans. So trust Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather to give you plenty of warning of what's headed our way because we want no weather surprises.
Trust Stacy Lee and Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather on your side.
Always on your side. When two family pets are killed by sheriff's deputies.
They got out their AKs in a residential neighborhood and proceeded to shoot.
Viewers asked us to find out why.
They're running around and just playing.
Apple Valley News Now digs deeper.
No one got hurt. There was no dog fights.
Trying to get answers.
The dogs didn't do anything.
We prioritize human life over a dog.
Local news you need from people you trust. Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
We're with Bridget, whose husband won't be home for months and whose daughter is due any day. We're with all service members and their families. Are you with them? Learn more at USO.org today.
Don't make a fuss. Spring into savings at Denver Mattress. You'll shop brands like
Sealy and Temper
and Parable too. 4 years no interest, ship free to you.
Denver Mattress.
Fly the Northwest over a state fish hatchery. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning. I'm meteorologist Tiffany Savona. It's not quite as chilly as it has been the past couple of mornings out there. Hopefully you enjoyed the 70s yesterday. And if you like the warm weather, well, today is going to be your day. In fact, we'll be close to record highs for this date in April. So this is what it looks like out of our Legends Casino Hotel Skycam in Richland this morning. That sunrise is going to be before 7 o'clock, closer to 6:30. And right now temperatures are hovering in the 40s out there. It's 44 in Tri-Cities, 49 Walla Walla, 46 in Pendleton, 46 in Toppenish, and 41 in Yakima. So more 40s than 30s on the map this morning, which is always a good sign. High pressure firmly in control of our weather and all across the states of Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. We're watching our next cold front. That will be here early tomorrow morning, and that's going to usher in some much cooler air from the north and west. So here's the weather pattern. Today will be our last warm day as we watch that storm system offshore. That'll swing in tomorrow. We'll have a cold front at the surface, and that's going to bring rain chances back and cooler weather back, and that'll last for a stretch of days as our rain chances will be increasing on Thursday area-wide with snow in the higher elevations of the Cascades. So today, look for highs in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. 80 for your high in Yakima, 81 at Hanford, 80 in Tri-Cities, 80 Hermiston, and 77 in Walla Walla. We're talking about that near record warmth, and some of us will be very close to those record highs. Tri-Cities, one of those locations. We're forecasting 80. The record to beat is 82, so it'll be a close call, but that's a long-standing record back in 1908. Yakima, we're forecasting 80 degrees. If we hit 80, we'll tie the old record set back in 1992. Walla Walla, 77. Your record of 83 will remain on the safe side likely. And in Hermiston, 80 degrees. If we hit it, we'll tie that old record set back in 1944. Tonight, we'll see those clouds increasing. It will become breezy, so you will notice the wind will pick up, maybe a few showers, Walla Walla and Pendleton. The rest of us will stay dry as that cold front approaches from the north and west. Temperatures only drop into the 40s once again, mid to upper 40s as you're waking up early on your Wednesday, and you want to take that umbrella with you on Wednesday. We'll have a chance for a few showers in the morning. The best chances will really be from Tri-Cities and points off to the east. I think we'll stay dry, Sunnyside and Yakima tomorrow before those rain chances increase area-wide by Thursday and Friday. So tomorrow, look at this temperature drop. We're around 80 today. We're going to be 20 plus degrees cooler tomorrow. That's kind of a shock to the system. That's a big change. 59 tomorrow in Tri-Cities, 54 Walla Walla, 59 in Toppenish, and 53 in Pendleton. And it continues to get cooler this week as the rain chances go up. So Tri-Cities, Thursday, Friday, best chance for scattered showers. Neither of the days look like a washout, but you'll need the rain gear. And then the weekend is looking drier as temperatures climb back to where they should be into the low and middle 60s. Yakima today, 80, 57 tomorrow with a lot of clouds, and rain chances not quite as high for the Yakima Valley. The best chances will be for areas to your east, but you'll still want to take that umbrella just in case Thursday and Friday. Drier into the weekend. Walla Walla, foothills of the Blues, you have better chances for more widespread rain. That's why it will be a little bit cooler. Look at Thursday and Friday. We're talking about highs in the 40s after being close to 80 today. 50s return this weekend. Hermiston, 80 degrees today, 56 tomorrow. Better chances for some scattered rain as we head into Thursday and Friday with highs on the cooler side into the 50s. Riley?
Thank you, Tiffany. Patrick Wilson, Dennis Quaid, and even Nick Jonas brought the attack on Pearl Harbor to life 5 years ago in the movie Midway. And now the last remaining living hero on the USS Arizona on that fateful day has passed away. ABC's Danny New has more on this hero's life.
Lieutenant Commander Lou Conter!
A man who spent the past 8 decades making sure people never forgot one of the darkest days in American history has passed away. Lieutenant Commander Lou Conter was the last remaining survivor of the USS Arizona, the ship that accounted for nearly half of the lives lost during the attacks on Pearl Harbor in 1941. During that bombing, more than 1,100 sailors and Marines on the boat died, while only 93 who were aboard at the time lived.
Never forget the day, but things were happening so fast, and we were highly trained in those days to do what our job is to do. That's what we did.
And for Conter, doing his job involved staying aboard that sinking ship as his commanding officer ordered the survivors to help rescue injured soldiers. Here is how he described that scene to the American Veterans Center back in 2018.
He ordered us to get the guys running out of the fire, and it was pretty bad. And then said, knock them unconscious if you have to, because if they jump over the side, they'll get burned to death in the fire. So we laid 15 or 60 of them down on the deck there.
The attack would lead the U.S. to enter World War II as Conter then went to flight school and earned his pilot's license. He flew 200 combat missions in the Pacific during those years, and then dozens more during the Korean War. But almost every year, Conter would make sure to attend memorial services in Pearl Harbor to honor his shipmates who died that day.
They're getting better every year, but the first year will be real hard.
This past December, Conter was unable to attend, but his great-nephew, Marine pilot Captain Daniel Hauer, gave the keynote speech.
To represent Lou, it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to my family, and I'm proud that I'm able to represent him so that his legacy can continue to live on.
Conter eventually retired from the Navy in 1967 as a lieutenant commander. From there, he became a real estate broker and developer in the Los Angeles area. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, the movie Oppenheimer opened in Japan this weekend. We have why it's just now opening and how it did in the box office. That's coming up in your entertainment news.
We're just about to start construction season around here. That means slow down, read the signs. Remember, fines are double in construction area. It's about to start, and watch out for the other guy.
Call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Freeze, TBI! These threats were targeted at you. What are you hiding? Leave this alone.
New Will Trent tonight on ABC.
Dishwasher on the fritz. Laundry.
giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
Hi, I'm Dawn Stone, and this is my husband, Randy.
And we built this kitchen.
No, Tim did.
Hi.
You see, our kitchen used to look like this. It just wasn't us. So I went to PAR, and that's where I met Gail, who helped me choose my cabinets, countertops, and hardware at the PAR Design Center, and we love the results. So you could say I designed this kitchen.
Yep.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
Let's get scratching. Let's get scratching.
The news you care about most is news that happens close to home.
At Apple Valley News Now, our coverage focuses on Yakima, Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, and all areas from the Blues to the Cascades.
Families, schools, safety, plus so much more.
We got it covered. Plus, we'll tell you what's on the way and how it will affect you and your family.
On air, online, and mobile.
We're Apple Valley News Now, and we're on your side.
We're on your side.
We're Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
Springtime in the Northwest, a great time to get outdoors. But a pop-up rain shower or blowing dust can change your plans.
No matter where you live in our part of the Northwest, trust Stacy Lee and Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
Always on your side.
You know, in winning a close race, the one in first place usually demonstrates a small difference in quality from the competition. It's the little things that count. So the more we pay attention to detail, the more confident we are. And the more confident we are, the more we win.
Fly the Northwest over a state fish hatchery. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Welcome back. In entertainment news, we're talking movies, more specifically, how filmmakers are wanting to change the way we view disabilities. Here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
Open to filmmakers with and without disabilities who want to challenge how disabilities are viewed and inspire change.
Teams around the U.S. and beyond have begun the 11th annual Easter Seals Disability Film Challenge. They have through Sunday to create short films aimed at changing the way the world defines disability. The genre this year is buddy comedy. All films will be available to watch online beginning April 13th, as will the awards ceremony May 9th.
When I look at you lately, I just want to smash your face in.
Smash my face.
Prepare for a new War of the Roses. The 1989 dark comedy starring Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner is getting a reimagining. Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman are set to star as the ill-fated couple. Both are also producers on the film, with Poor Things writer Tony McNamara set to pen the screenplay and Bombshell director Jay Roach behind the camera.
Your dad singing my song was one of my great moments in my life.
Charles Fox may be the most successful songwriter you've never heard of. Killing Me Softly with His Songs looks at his wide-ranging work and how the Emmy and Grammy winner has influenced movies, television, and popular song. The documentary begins streaming today. Friday, he's due to be honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
In more entertainment news, the film Oppenheimer opened in Japan this weekend, which is the only nation to experience nuclear war. It released 8 months after its worldwide release, which was one of 2023's most successful movies, along with Barbie, releasing on the same weekend, which created the spectacle known as Barbenheimer. Some people in Japan felt that Barbenheimer trivialized the 1945 nuclear attacks on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which is why Universal Pictures decided not to include Japan in its global release back in July. Oppenheimer ranked 4th in Japan after its release on Friday, earning about $2.5 million in the first 3 days. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, April is Organ Donation Awareness Month. We talked to one mom whose son gave the ultimate gift to help others. Plus, we have an update on the Washington mom accused of killing her 4-year-old son. Details coming up next.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple moving past some of its own devices.
The iPhone 6 Plus is now on the obsolete list. That means no more repairs or service at Apple stores. The iPad Mini 4 has been added to the vintage list along with the red iPhone 8. That means only 2 more years of service. OpenAI is making it easier to use ChatGPT, even if you don't have an account. Users can now access the company's older platform for free without logging in. OpenAI says the move is part of its effort to get more people to experience the benefits of AI. And a groundbreaking device will allow people with vision problems to experience next week's solar eclipse. Researchers at Harvard have developed light sound, which converts sunlight into music played through headphones. Bright lights sound like a flute, dimmer light, a clarinet. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Rhiannon Alley. Have a great day.
Some people just know that the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Because there are people out there who aren't you. A lot of them. And you don't drive like, whoa.
I don't want my child being raised by a robot.
Other drivers are not you.
Yes, thank you so much to all 50 of my subscribers.
Nope, definitely not you. Save with DriveWise and get a rate based on you. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Lactate is 100% real milk, just without the lactose. Delicious, too. Just ask my old friend Kevin.
Nothing like enjoying a cold one while watching the game. Who's winning?
We are, my friend. We are.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, it's Organ Donation Awareness Month. What you need to know about the 2 different kinds of organ donation. Plus, Morrow County Public Transit adds 3 new fixed routes to its bus system where you can get to with the new routes. And get ready for a hot day today. Meteorologist Tiffany Simona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Riley Fitzgerald. It is 5:32 on Tuesday, April 2nd. Let's check in right away this morning with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. I clearly don't know what time it is. It is way too early. Tiffany, what can we expect for our weather today?
It is early. I think you and I both need another cup of coffee. I'm yawning over here. So as you're waking up on this Tuesday morning, hopefully you have a good start. Hopefully you're a little bit more awake, I guess, than what we are. Temperatures are in the 40s out there area-wide, so it's not quite as chilly as it has been the past couple of mornings. So we have that going for us. And as Riley mentioned, you can even call today hot. But these spring-like days where it is pretty warm, they're always so nice because the humidity is low. So enjoy it. It will certainly be warmer than yesterday. In Tri-Cities, 47 at 8 o'clock, 71 by noon, 80 degrees by 5. We'll be close to that record high of 82 degrees. In Yakima, 43 this morning, 66 by lunchtime, 80 degrees by 5 o'clock with that record of 80. So if we hit 80 degrees, we will tie that. And in Walla Walla, starting off in the mild 50s this morning, 68 by lunchtime. So you may want to take your lunch outdoors today. Winds will be on the light side, at least during the daytime hours before they ramp up tonight. 77 by 5. I think that'll remain safe, at least the record high of 83 degrees. Today's the last warm day. It turns much colder starting tomorrow and rain chances are back in play. We'll explain why and have your latest 7-day forecast coming up in a bit. Riley, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. Cad Lake Regional Medical Center in Richland held a flag-raising ceremony yesterday to mark the beginning of Organ Donation Awareness Month. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma talked to doctors and the mother of a young man who gave the ultimate gift to others.
The organ donation flag above the Catholic Medical Center will fly throughout the month of April to help raise awareness about the life-saving gift of organ donation. After the ceremony, I spoke to Dr. Bragg, and he says there's 2 types of organ donations. A deceased organ donation when a patient passes away and they register to donate their organs, and a living organ donor. Dr. Bragg says both types have a big impact.
So deceased organ donor
often can save up to 8 lives. I mean, and more. As in, they can donate their kidneys, heart, liver, pancreas, their lungs, and their intestine. And a living donor usually is, I mean, there's someone who you know, or your blood relation, so on and so forth. The most common we see is kidneys and partial liver.
Dr. Bragg says organ donors are vital in helping save patients' lives.
If you look at the current numbers, there are more than 100,000 patients who are waiting for an organ. Not everyone gets an organ, and many of them die due to the disease process itself. So that's why it's important to have organ donors as well, to kind of help those who are in need.
Dr. Bragg says one of the quickest and easiest way to register to be a donor is through your license. At the ceremony, I also talked with Blanca Cepeda. In 2022, her son Oscar was involved in a car accident that led to his passing. He was a donor and was able to help save 4 people's lives through his gift of organ donation. Cepeda says it's been hard without her son, but through him being a donor, she's learned a lot from him. I also have translated Cepeda's interview from Spanish to English.
Después que él ya no está.
Now that he's not here, it's been hard, but I stay strong because I know it was his decision. He left me a lot of things to learn from, and he had that decision to save other people. He left it written for me in a card that he had left. Cepeda says in that card he left, he had this written: "Sometimes the person who has nothing is the person who gives the most, and that's a gift that doesn't have a price." Dr. Bragg says this is something he wants the public to know about being a donor.
In the community, they might think like, if you're an organ donor, we might get less care, but that's not the case. Everything we do at that time is to save the patient's life.
Dr. Bragg says last year the United Organ Registry recorded about 23,000 donors and they were able to save roughly about 40,000 lives. Reporting in Richland, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
Typically, you are asked if you want to be an organ donor when you get or renew your driver's license, but you can also fill out a form online at any time. Public transportation has a new look in Northeast Oregon. Morrow County Public Transit added 3 new fixed routes to its bus system. It's called the Loop, and you can now use the transit routes to get to or from Boardman, Hermiston, Heppner, or even Pendleton. A representative from the transit system tells us the rural transit routes present a challenge, but are necessary for community members to access the region.
A key piece of this puzzle in that they will be bringing a connecting bus in from Hermiston that will come through Irrigan, and it will come into Boardman and connect with our service, which will allow people to be able to travel further into Hermiston, be able to travel into Pendleton, and use the kayak service where they have routes and lines available.
We're told it took several partnerships to make the fixed route system a reality. Morrow County Public Transit used grants from the Oregon Department of Transportation to pay for new buses and operational fees. A partnership with Kayak Public Transit of the Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla Indian Reservation will also allow the community to move farther with the transit routes. More information on the mother from Everett who is suspected of killing her 4-year-old son. She appeared in court yesterday. Authorities believe 27-year-old Janet Garcia stabbed her son to death as many as 41 times. The body of Ariel Garcia was discovered last Thursday on I-5 after the mother gave police inconsistent statements about his whereabouts. FBI agents and the South Sound Gang Task Force used cell phone data to track her previous movements, which led to the body of the boy wrapped in a blanket. Janet Garcia is being held on $5 million bail. Her attorney asked for a lower bail, but was denied. We're talking lottery news once again. No one won the Powerball jackpot again, so it now has surpassed $1 billion. It stands at an estimated $1.09 billion after there was no winner in last night's drawing. 6 tickets did match the first 5 numbers, and those winners get $1 million each. Powerball tickets cost $2, and the next drawing is Wednesday night. Monday marked 39 consecutive drawings without a jackpot winner. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, there's new guidance for hospitals when it comes to consent, which exams the Department of Health and Human Services is saying a patient needs to sign beforehand.
It's the Spring into Savings Sale at Furniture Row, and that means huge discounts throughout the store. Save on sofas and sectionals, dining groups, bedrooms, and more. Plus 4 years, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. The Spring into Savings Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Knowing these laws sets my truck wreck team apart. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Hit by a big truck? Our team knows truck wrecks and how to win for you. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Weather-wise, it's been kind of a strange winter with lots of clouds and more rain than usual. Now it's springtime and we're all looking forward to some great northwest weather. But a pop-up rain shower or blowing dust can change your plans. So trust Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather to give you plenty of warning of what's headed our way because we want no weather surprises.
Trust Stacy Lee and Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather, on your side.
Always on your side.
Make-A-Wish Alaska and Washington is holding an Air Miles drive to help grant wishes to local children with critical illnesses. With nearly every wish now through August requiring air travel, your donation of airline miles today can launch countless journeys of joy and healing. Alaska Airlines will match a portion of the Alaska donations to jumpstart the campaign, and McCurley dealerships want to help get the word out to Eastern Washington. Turn miles into smiles by donating your unused air miles or points to Make-A-Wish Alaska and Washington today.
When 2 family pets are killed by sheriff's deputies.
They got out their AKs in a residential neighborhood and proceeded to shoot.
Viewers asked us to find out why.
They're running around and just playing.
Apple Valley News Now digs deeper.
No one got hurt. There was no dog fights.
Trying to get answers.
The dogs didn't do anything.
We prioritize human life over a dog.
Local news you need from people you trust. Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
On behalf of STCU, we want to present you with this $1,000 check. Joe McDonald volunteered at the Pasco Aviation Museum, and although he is gone, his dedication to the museum lives on, earning them a $1,000 check from STCU.
He was very particular and did all the research, so the information that's in the display cases were absolutely accurate.
STCU honors volunteers in our community. To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Don't make a fuss.
Spring into savings at
Denver Mattress. You'll shop brands like
Sealy and Temper
and Parable too. 4 years, no interest. Ship free to you.
Denver Mattress.
Fly the Northwest over a state fish hatchery. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Welcome back. The Department of Health and Human Services has issued new guidance for hospitals regarding consent. In a letter to teaching hospitals and medical schools, HHS said doctors performing sensitive tests such as pelvis or prostate exams must get signed consent from the patient if they are to be under anesthesia. It said patients should have the same opportunity to consent and participate in education whether they are awake and fully clothed or not. The department says the new guidance is meant to clarify requirements for participants in Medicare and Medicaid programs. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, well, we're going to be seeing some nice weather in our region. Some parts of the country are not so lucky. That's coming up. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your First Alert full forecast, what you need to know before you head out the door this morning. We'll be right back.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
People are switching to Spectrum Internet.
We count on Spectrum Internet and the advanced Wi-Fi to always keep us connected and protected.
It's so reliable and fast.
Ever since we switched to Spectrum Internet, our daughter's curiosity has a new spark.
Now we're saving a ton.
Amazing.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month with advanced Wi-Fi, free modem, and free security suite for 12 months with no added taxes or fees. Save even more with our new 2-year price guarantee when you level up to 1 gig. Call 1-833-977-4999 or scan to call.
Call now.
Tempur-Pedic designed the Ergo Pro Smart Base to help you fall asleep
more easily. It's the only smart base that features our exclusive Soundscape mode that synchronizes a gentle massage with relaxing sounds to help you drift peacefully off to sleep.
Get a free $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Race towards big wins at Wild Horse Resort and Casino during the $125,000 Derby Dash for cash and prizes. The track comes alive with over $13,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Pick your lucky horse, jockey your way to victory, and ride away with up to $700 cash. Then join us Saturday, April 27 for a $15,000 grand prize. 3 winners will race towards the finish line, and the winner takes home $10,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
The news you care about most is news that happens close to home.
At Apple Valley News Now, our coverage focuses on Yakima, Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, and all areas from the Blues to the Cascades.
Families, schools, safety, plus so much more.
We got it covered. Plus, we'll tell you what's on the way and how it will affect you and your family.
On air, online, and mobile.
We're Apple Valley News Now, and we're on your side.
We're on your side.
We're Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
Make-A-Wish Alaska and Washington is holding an Air Miles drive to help grant wishes to local children with critical illnesses. With nearly every wish now through August requiring air travel, your donation of airline miles today can launch countless journeys of joy and healing. Alaska Airlines will match a portion of the Alaska donations to jumpstart the campaign, and McCurley dealerships want to help get the word out to Eastern Washington. Turn miles into smiles by donating your unused air miles or points to Make-A-Wish Alaska and Washington today.
Weather-wise, it's been kind of a strange winter with lots of clouds and more rain than usual. Now it's springtime and we're all looking forward to some great northwest weather. But a pop-up rain shower or blowing dust can change your plans. So trust Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather, to give you plenty of warning of what's headed our way, because we want no weather surprises.
Trust Stacy Lee and Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather, on your side.
Always on your side. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back. It's not quite as chilly as it has been the past couple of mornings. Temperatures are running anywhere from 1 to about 7-8 degrees warmer than where we were at this time yesterday. So not a bad start to your Tuesday. A lot of us in the 40s out there. 44 in Tri-Cities, 49 Walla Walla, 41 in Dayton, 42 Hermiston, 46 in Toppenish, and 41 degrees in Yakima. It was a beautiful day yesterday. High temperatures topped out in the 70s, and today will be the warmest day out in the next 7 as high pressure is still firmly in control. We're out ahead of this cold front. That cold front will move in overnight and into early tomorrow morning, bringing much cooler weather back to the Pacific Northwest. So today, a ridge of high pressure firmly locked into the Pacific Northwest, giving us one last warm day before that next storm system moves in. So there's that dip in the jet stream, starts to push on shore at the surface. We're going to have a cold front bringing us a chance for showers and also dropping temperatures big time. We're going to be 20 plus degrees colder tomorrow afternoon than those 80s we're expecting today. That's a shock to the system for sure. So I know you're not going to need the jacket later on this afternoon, but you will definitely need to find it by tomorrow. Now, on Thursday, our rain chances will increase with snow in higher elevations as this upper level system remains overhead. As we take a look at our temperatures today, we're looking at highs in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. We're putting highs around 80 in Hermiston, Tri-Cities, 81 Hanford, Toppenish, and 80 in Yakima. I think we'll stay a few degrees shy of 80 degrees in the foothills of the Blues, but still well above average. Our averages are in the lower 60s, so feeling more like the summertime. And here are those records. Our forecast in the upper 70s to near 80, Tri-Cities 80. The record speed is 82. That's a long-standing record back in 1908, so it'll be a close call. We'll see what happens. Yakima 80 degrees. If we hit 80, we'll tie the record set back in 1992. Walla Walla 77, that's our forecast. The record a little bit higher there in the foothills of the Blues, 83, so that'll likely remain safe. Hermiston 80 degrees, record to beat 80, so we could tie that. If we get above it, we'll break it. As far as pollen levels go, if you've been suffering from tree pollen, well, those pollen levels are going to be high today, tomorrow, and then they start to drop off a little bit as those rain chances increase and the cooler weather returns. So if you're not a fan of the cooler weather, well, the silver lining is we'll get a break from those high pollen counts. So you get a little bit of relief if you have been suffering lately. Let's go through hour by hour. We're dry today. Tonight, we'll see those clouds increase. It will become breezy, maybe a few showers along the foothills of the Blues. The rest of us dry. But tomorrow, I think you'll want to take the rain gear with you. Tomorrow morning, we'll be down into the 40s. It will be a breezy start. And then by tomorrow morning into the afternoon, you can see showers develop. They will be on the light side, especially from Tri-Cities and points off to the east. I think we'll stay dry in the Yakima Valley. And then as we go through your day on Thursday, those rain chances increase even more. But look at the temperature difference. Tomorrow, we're only talking about highs in the 50s to near 60 degrees. That is a huge drop from 80 today. So a couple of showers possible tomorrow in Tri-Cities. Better chances for more scattered activity Thursday and Friday. Highs in the 50s. Yakima 80 today, 57 tomorrow, dry, and then slightly less of a chance of a couple of showers Thursday and Friday. Riley?
Thank you, Tiffany. And as we celebrate a nice day today across our region, several states across the country are dealing with severe weather and its aftermath. Reporter Tim Pulliam says the threats remain for large hail to tornadoes to flash flooding.
A major spring storm sweeping the country. From Texas to West Virginia, 40 million Americans on alert for severe weather. A handful of states across the Midwest under a tornado watch. Some areas under a flood watch through Tuesday. In parts of Texas, large hail being generated by storms.
It just was really loud and it started hailing and it went from sprinkling to my windows are shattered just in seconds.
In Oklahoma, heavy rain making the conditions on the roads dangerous. Flash flooding from the same system hit parts of California over the weekend. Downpours washing away a portion of the Pacific Coast Highway. Forecasters say through Wednesday, the storm moves along the I-95 corridor to D.C., Philly, and New York, bringing with it the potential for strong storms, unrelenting rain, and flooding.
Today, the severe thunderstorm threat will continue from the Gulf Coast through the Ohio Valley. Areas around Nashville and Louisville face the greatest risk for storms that could bring damaging wind gusts, hail, and tornadoes. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, if you don't think running can be fun, well, then you haven't met Sally Orange. We'll tell you about this runner's message about mental health and how she isn't racing for the best time, just for the time of her life. We'll be right back.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
What's better than super fresh fruits and vegetables? Yep, you've got it. Super fresh fruits and vegetables on sale.
Swing into Super One Foods this Thursday and save big during our 12-hour produce sale. Dole bananas just 38 cents a pound. Cosmic Crisp apples just 68 cents a pound. And whole sweet cantaloupe 48 cents a pound.
Super One Foods 12-hour produce sale this Thursday only. Hey, it's better than fresh.
Spectrum Internet delivers with fast and reliable speeds nationwide, so there's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Now get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and a Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Visit Spectrum.com or call 844-242-1479. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security and privacy for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 with advanced Wi-Fi and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited free for 12 months. Start saving today. Go to Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, call 844-242-1479, or scan the call now.
How does free college or career training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant is one of the most generous financial aid programs in the country. Eligible Washington residents can get free money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. You can go full-time or part-time, so you can work and continue your education at the same time. Learn more at wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
A flight over where many Washington lake trout come from tonight.
Welcome back. Here's your close to home forecast. We're looking at temperatures in the 40s area wide, not quite as chilly as it has been. And it looks like the sensors went down in Tri-Cities and Prosser. So we'll have those numbers reappear once the sensor is back up and running. It's 49 in Walla Walla, 46 at Hanford, 46 Toppenish, 41 in Yakima. So you'll need the jacket early this morning, the lighter one, but you won't need the jacket this afternoon. Look, highs in the 80s, 81 Toppenish, 80 in Yakima. We're talking about 79 Prosser, 80 in Hermiston and Tri-Cities, 77 Connell, 81 at Hanford. And we'll keep it in the mid to upper 70s along the Blue Mountain foothills, 76 in Dayton, 77 in Walla Walla, and 78 degrees expected in Pendleton. Riley?
Thank you, Tiffany. If you've ever wondered if you could run a marathon someday, you can, according to the woman we're about to introduce you to. She started running not just for the best time or to win the race, but to just have a good time. And now if you don't think running can be fun, meet Sally Orange.
Usain Bolt, though, getting into his running. Here he comes.
It turns out Usain Bolt is not the only world record-holding runner with a convenient last name.
People think that I've changed my name to be Orange because of what I do, but no, it's the other way around.
This is Sally Orange from England. She has run more than 80 marathons and has broken 6 Guinness World Records, mostly all having to do with wearing a costume. For example, she has set the record for the fastest marathon run by a woman dressed as an orange, dressed as a nut, and her first record back in 2007, dressed as Superwoman.
Rather than trying to be the fastest or the fittest or go for a certain time, I've told myself I'm just going to go for the time of my life.
Welcome to the World Marathon Challenge.
17 years later, Sally has now run a marathon on every continent more than once, including early last year when she completed this race that involves running a marathon on all 7 continents in 7 days. That includes Antarctica.
I knew that I was going to be absolutely freezing cold, so I thought, well, I'll do it as a frozen vegetable. So I did it as a pod of peas.
For no particular reason, I decided to go for a little run.
But unlike Forrest Gump, Sally knows why she's running. After being medically discharged from the military with severe depression and chronic anxiety, Sally has used her races to raise awareness and the equivalent of more than $1 million for different charities that support mental health causes. And then there's, the giant food-related costumes, which isn't just about her last name.
It gets them to ask the question, why? Why am I dressed as an apple, orange, or banana? And I tell people I want to break the stigma associated with poor mental health, and it starts that conversation.
During her incredible feats with her feet these last 17 years, Sally has even now met many members of the British royal family, while of course dressed as a fruit. And in fact, this past November, Sally became an MBE, member of the British Empire, or...
I say that MBE stands for Marathon Babe Extraordinaire.
As for where Sally is running next, that